Hey YouTubers, this is a week after finishing all 4 composting garden barrels. This is my last one here, which has not been seeded yet, really. Except for putting a zucchini plant on top that I had spare and some leftover leek. So I planted these last weekend after I finished this barrel and obviously cooked dinner. As you can see, like this one here is not planted yet, but the soil is just maybe a quarter-inch in. You can feel how moist the soil is. And I only wet this once, so it retains its moisture very, very well. Up here, I'm not sure. I think I might plant some radishes or something, but as you can see, it's moist, like just a little bit after the top, right there. Over here, I'm growing turmeric and ginger in both of these. I saw that on another YouTube video, how people were growing those two, and I must say, a turmeric plant looks amazing. Look it up. Really, really cool. In here I have cucumber and zucchini. Same with this one, and these are self-wicking or wicking pots. And I feed the water in this hole here. Gardening with Leon is probably the person you want to look for if you're going to look into this. This is the 3rd garden barrel. You'll see that I have some arugula growing healthily here and some cuttings of green onions I got at the grocery store. They're coming back nice and easy. And I got a ton of red rose radishes. I think I went a little crazy on that, but they're all coming up. I planted these last weekend. As you can see, they are just sprouting like crazy. I'm probably gonna have to call a bunch of those. And these are all my various pepper plants. They're growing quite well. These pockets have not been seeded with anything yet. This lockdown stopping us from doing a lot of stuff here. So when I have time, I go. These are all from seed. This is kale and Swiss chard. Not sure which is which on these ones. I just transplanted the seedlings. We'll find out soon enough. And here we got spinach, and the celery is growing nicely. I mean, we are just mid-April here, so things are just starting to ramp up. And I got some other kinds of radishes growing on top here, no problem. And this one is already filled to capacity. I filled the 1st garden barrel and the 2nd one to capacity for composting, and both these drums have been seeded with composting worms as well. So this is the original drum you saw, and as you can see, things are growing quite nicely. Once again, I only watered these once or twice altogether, and right as soon as you touch, and there has been no rain, like 0 rain. The only thing I've been watering is literally my strawberry plants. And even then, they hold the moisture really, really well. So this is nice. We have a great plant now added, and our friends gave us from their front lawn an extra fennel plant that they had. And this thing is just sprouting up all over the place. So this is going to be a successful plant here. It's doing very, very well after I cleaned it up. And we got mini tomato plants here, and they're just starting to sprout up. They look pretty healthy so far. It's been a long time since I did some gardening, but it looks like it's working out here. And last but not least, we got our orange limes, a little bit of herbs, a couple more plants I need to plant here. We got spaghetti squash I want to plant, and obviously some sage, very important. And I'm trying out this watering system for the lemon tree here. Yeah, it's moist down there, so that's good. They need a lot of water. So a Meyer lemon, very good. And dill. That concludes what we've done, but mostly it's these garden barrels. You can see they're starting to be productive. There was some concerns about water drainage. Water drainage happens into this tray here. When there is no excess water retention in these barrels. Just nice soft soil. So the last 2 barrels don't even have those holes in the caps that I mentioned in previous videos that I did. I'm trying without. I can always add them later. It's working out fine. Once again though, they're not filled with compost, so we'll see what happens if I have to make any changes, but so far these are working out to be just as good as the other ones. One major difference is these two last, well actually these 3 last barrels, the pockets are larger because I had larger bottles to work from. Now we can't leave the cats out, so we now have cat grass growing for them because they've been chewing at the leaves of my Brussels sprouts and kale. Gotta give them something too. Leave your comments. I'll be posting more as time goes on.